So today we're gonna show you Macky's process, how he manages to fix flats so dang fast, and then we're gonna see if I can do it too. Hi team, I'm Sid.
And I'm Mackey.
For the past 6 years, we've been racing mountain bikes professionally.
And living out of our van.
On this channel, we're sharing those adventures with you.
All of them.
So hit subscribe and join the team. Hey everybody, how is it going? Today we've got kind of a fun little video planned for you.
A couple weeks ago, we uploaded some raw footage to Patreon of me attempting to set a record on a segment of trail. And I did not set that record because I got a flat tire.
But all the comments on Patreon were about one thing. So today we're gonna show you Macky's process, how he manages to fix flats so dang fast, and then we're gonna see if I can do it too, because I don't have that good of a track record with fixing flats in races.
That actually was not my fastest flat fixing ever because I wasn't totally ready for it. I had my plug and CO2 inside this, so I had to unzip it. I had to pull out my plug it. Then I had to pull out a CO2 and pull out the CO2 head and attach them and then fill up the tire. This is my kind of ride setup. When I'm racing, I have this set up in a much more efficient way. I just have my plug and my CO2. Sid and I each got a Dynaplug, and I like the Dynaplug because it's just fast. Like, it's protected like this. It has a point on it. And so when you stick it in and then pull it out, that point stays in there, but it pulls the plug out. And usually what I'll do is have a little piece of tape going down the side here just so that it doesn't unscrew while it's in my pocket. You basically screw it down, but you don't puncture the CO2. That's important because it will then just leak out. So you screw it down till it touches, you put a slight piece of tape there, and this is what you have in your pocket. All right, let's do it. What I'll do is I'll roll up here. This is all right, lit. Oh no, flat tire! Okay.
Very flat tire, very flat.
Plug it.
Oh, you did that way too fast. All right.
I'm showing how fast I can do it.
All right, I'm just saying.
CO2.
I didn't even get over here with the camera. It was that fast.
And then you generally need it to go down to the bottom so that the sealant can get in there.
There she goes. There she seals.
Close up your valve. And then you can go.
Go, Mackie, go, Mackie, go.
So we have now...
Yeah, let's take a look at this hole.
Yeah, we've now re-plugged the hole. And given the size of the hole, now that we have re-plugged it,
yeah, it's
I would probably use the bigger one.
That just exploded.
This is lit.
For us, putting a tube in is truly a last resort. We almost never do that. We can usually get it plugged one way or another that will at least last us through the rest of the day, and then we'll swap a tire. However, there are those times, say if you get a second flat and you've already used all your plugs, or you know, like it's just that big of a hole that even that big Dynaplug won't work, it's good to be able to put a tube in very quickly as well. So Mackey is gonna go ahead and demonstrate that. We'll time him. Usually if you have a hole that is big enough that you can't plug it, just putting a tube straight in is not gonna cut it either. That tube will bubble out and be very likely to flat again. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna put a wrapper in.
We've thrown away all of our energy bar wrappers,
Yeah.
so we're just using a piece of plastic.
Energy bar wrappers are the best.
Oh yeah, they're great. You can use money. I mean, it seems sort of silly, but if you have like emergency money on you, you can use it to like
Pretty
cover
much
it up.
anything that will like reinforce that spot, prevent that tube from bubbling out. We've got a little bit of plastic here. This is from a bag of almonds. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Get set, go. I like the tube in your pocket that does not fit in these shorts pockets at all. All right, wheel is off.
All right. I also have
We're at 23 seconds. Yeah, you got a tire lever in your pocket. You always want to have an easily accessible tire lever. Ooh, that went far.
Pull this out. Ooh, I wish I had done this. Here, you need to get the CO2 out of my pocket. I don't want to get CO2
only
all
if
over.
obviously if this were a real race, Mackie would get CO2 in his pockets.
Yeah,
but those are his nice pants. Try not to pinch your tube when you put this back on in a hurry. Done that.
Yep, done that. All right, I'm not putting it back on because I'm gonna wash this off before.
Okay, so we'll give you, let's say that was 2 minutes and 50 seconds. We'll give you just 3 minutes because you'd still need to put your wheel back on.
Yeah,
but
and I talked a little bit. So.
You don't want to get your bike covered. That's
minutes.
pretty darn good.
A lot longer though.
So putting a tube in an enduro race is pretty much the end of your day. We never put a tube in an enduro stage race. You plug it and then you just haul butt and hope that you don't destroy your rim all the way.
And if
by the
you
time
have
you
an
get to the bottom.
airliner in it,
Yeah.
then you can ride it even when it's flat.
Yeah, if you have
which is
airliner,
nice.
cush core, something like that,
Yeah.
like don't ever put a tube in because it's even more of a pain with those things.
Takes
So
forever.
get to the bottom. If you ever put a tube in, then fine. However, with the cross country race, you know, 3 minutes is often like, that's not gonna end your day. So as you can see, like Mackie fixed this flat in 3 minutes, like especially in a longer cross country race, that's not a big deal. You don't have to necessarily have your day be completely ruined just because you got a flat tire. You can learn how to do this fast.
We have plugged this again with another plug, so
The hole is
a
getting
little
bigger.
bit bigger. Dynaplug makes a bigger plug, so this is a fat one. You can see there, and that's probably what I would use now for this hole because it is bigger. And we're gonna have Sid use the big one because, as we said, that's probably a better size for that hole. And we just used the small one on the other side, so yeah, you get to use the big one. Why is it so important that we have you practice this?
Because I'm really bad at fixing flats in like under pressure situations.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I know how to do it. If I've got all day, no problem. If I'm in a race, like everything just goes to you know where.
Why don't you give us an example?
Well, okay, so Downieville this past year, I flatted almost every year at Downieville, either in practice or in the race, so I should have seen this coming. I flatted, it was similar to this, maybe even a little bigger, but it was just small enough that I couldn't get the big Dynaplug in. Like I was trying so hard, so I was like, screw it, and I used the little one, and then it was too big for that, so I only made it like 200 yards before it pulled out again. And then luckily there were some spectators and some guy had to help me put the big one in because it was too hard to press in.
So hopefully now you can get the big one in properly.
There's a super sad theme of like men helping me fix flats in my life. Like it's really sad. I feel like I'm an empowered woman except for when I have a flat tire on my bike. Like one of my first mountain bike races ever was in college and it was in Lehigh, Pennsylvania. I don't know if we've got any Pennsylvania people out there. If we do, y'all know what the rocks are like. Of course I flatted. I had just gotten a new CO2 head and I didn't know how to work it and it just like exploded in my face. But luckily I was so bad at riding bikes then that Mackie was lapping me already, and he stopped, he fixed my flat, and then he still won the race. So that's embarrassing. All right, I've got my things in my pocket. This is not on all the way and hopefully not gonna go off. All right, here we go, ready, set, and flat tire.
Okay, go, quick.
Okay, should I go before?
Yeah, as quick as you can.
All right, we got the big side. This is the hard part, right? See, and this is where...
Uh-oh.
This is the same problem that I always have. Because this is exactly the kind of flat I got in Downeyville where the hole is like, at this point, if we put the little plug in, it's not gonna work. But there's like no way to get this in.
I see what you mean.
Try the little one?
No, there is no little one.
No, I'm screwed. I'm gonna die out here. I guess here, I got an idea. I'm gonna make the hole bigger. Don't tell me what to do.
I didn't say anything.
Learning to be independent. There we go, all right. It's probably stupid to just make the hole bigger. It's not possible.
Okay, I think we're gonna have to try a different method. It's not working.
I'm gonna be annoyed if you can do it.
Yeah.
How would you do? I feel like this is always what happens to me with like bike maintenance things, is like I know how to do the theory of it, but then the actual like physical execution becomes a problem.
You're gonna squeeze like this.
Okay.
And then you're basically just gonna push it between your two fingers.
That's totally what I was doing.
Well,
it didn't work.
I don't know what to tell you.
Okay.
Oh, there you go. Now you should be able to just pull it out. It should stay.
Unbelievable. All right.
Okay, wait a second.
Okay.
Okay, so wait. You can squeeze it in the tire. Like you can hold on to it in the tire. So now, there you go.
Hallelujah.
All right. So you should always take the time to learn how your CO2 head works. This is one that you unscrew slightly to let the air out. And then, but if you unscrew it too much, then you shoot air all over yourself. So, but some of them you just push on, and some of them you like push a button. All right, let's see how this plug looks.
I'll probably squish it down for this one. I don't think it's worth trying to cut. But
no,
these are nice
that looks really good.
It.
Yeah.
That's gonna hold.
Yep.
That didn't even leak a little bit.
No, that was great. It was obviously the correct size for a big one.
Once I got the plug in.
We will put links to all this stuff down in the description.
You should definitely check out this video where we show you how to set up your tires tubeless without an air compressor. These are all skills that are great to be practicing right now during quarantine. So on that note, don't forget to
be more awesome.